So the plan for today is just more battles, nothing special. I still don't think we have any things. I don't think we have any embargoes that have expired or any such thing. I didn't even think to check that before we started. I don't know why I didn't, because clearly that would have been the thing to do rather than doing it right now while I'm in the queue. Let's have a look. The Richthofen. Right, we can show the tier 10 German carrier with a work in progress flag. Okay, so we might play some games in that, as much as I'm not wild about playing with the carriers. I guess we can give that a go. Still don't have the tier 8 with the missions, by the way. I'm up to 63. I'm guessing the chance of getting the Parseval with the grindable carrier crates must be absolutely minuscule. But I'm really loath to spend any doubloons buying more of the premium ones. I don't want the camos that badly. They're not that good. So, absolutely a standard game. The thing I... Oh, good matchmaking as well. The thing I'm after at the moment is either full cap ribbons, partial cap ribbons, or achievements. There is one last freebie carrier container I can get, and that's what I need. I think I'm actually doing better on achievements so far, because naturally I start needing cap flags or assist in cap flags, and I keep getting standard games over and over. Of course. Why wouldn't I? Although I tell a lie, in the last like 10 games I think I've had like 2 epicenter games where you can hypothetically get a capping flag. But it seems to have been a lot of standard games in a row. It's just irritating anyway. I don't enjoy standard games nearly as much. Right, we don't have a lot of vision on this side. Our destroyers are smack bang in the middle. Oh, hello, Omaha. Let's see if I can do a bad thing to you. Yep. I could be completely filthy and do what I was doing off stream yesterday a bit. I'm basically just playing a bunch of games in the Julius Caesar, and I think I won all of them. It was like 6 or 7 games and they were all wins. And probably the filthiest thing was it wasn't even putting me into lots of down tier games, it was putting me into games with a bunch of bots. And the absolute filthiest one was a game where I got a Kraken and basically blatted 2 bot Omahas and then proceeded to do very bad things to a couple of player battleships. And honestly, the player battleships did not make it difficult for me. There was one New York in particular that was just quite happily sat broadside while I was blasting away at him. So, how's everybody in the chat doing? Who have we got? Evil Tom. Evil Tom. I've tried to conglomerate 2 separate people there. Tom McKeever and Moritos. Everyone else is being very shy. Right. Oh, okay. This new Max might be coming out. There's also a caster around. Yeah, there's the caster. For which I have no kind of anything. Oh, there he is. We put torps out already on caster, or have I just doomed myself? I may have doomed myself. it's still reloading. Right, those are some good solid hits. We'll know very shortly if there's torpedoes on the way. But that lone torpedo that went past was presumably in a caster torpedo. Yeah, there we go. Those torps. It's not counted for my turn terribly well. Alright, let's let the oof. Secondaries do something to him. Well, no, I should kill him, really. I'm not entirely... Oh, never mind. Not entirely sure what the plan was there. If there was a plan other than, oh goody, a battleship, I'm going to rush him. Because, oof! I'm going to say now, if that was the plan, it did not go well. Yeah, I've been hearing it's rather warm in some places. Naturally, not here. Naturally, it's just been the usual kind of overcast. It's not been cool, but yeah, it's not exactly been sunbathing weather, let's put it that way. Right, if I can just get people coming out and giving me broadsides at close ranges still, I will be absolutely fine with that. Hey, Joachim! Also, now you have wine and what's-its, presumably while you're not at work. They probably frown upon that at most workplaces. One of the fun things about playing the Julius Caesar, that it's just easier to say, I never know if it's the Giulio Cesare or if it's the Giulio Cesare, however one pronounces it. I've never quite gotten a good handle on that, but it actually has the best DPS for AA of any of the Tier 5 battleships for some reason. The Iron Duke and the Koenig both have better AA ranges, but in terms of actual DPS, yeah, it's enough to be effective against Tier 4 carriers. Not so much the Tier 6 carriers. It really does do a good number on the Tier 4 carriers. Right, this is turning into quite a good game. Hey, Manti. Yeah, we do have gangs of roaming polar bears, that's true, Tom McKeever. I'm sure I've relayed this anecdote previously, but I had a friend who lived in, oh, well, they still live there, but we're kind of out of contact at this point, but in British Columbia. You know, North America. And she was positively shocked that we basically didn't have any kind of large animal predators in the UK, not even wolves or anything like that. Literally the largest land carnivore we have that's native to the UK is the badger. So, you know, we have those wild Arctic badgers roaming around the place. Actually, I'm not even sure we've got badgers on the islands, to be honest. Probably the biggest land predator here is the... I don't know, the hedgehog? I mean, we have otters and seals and things, but... yeah. Are you taking Mr. Jingles his advice? What advice was that, Joachim? I must have missed that, if that was in a Mingles with Jingles or something. I watch them sometimes, but I don't watch them all the time. Although I must admit, I do like the new format with, well, I don't know if it's even new at this point, but just Jingles and Rita having a chat is quite fun. Right, they do have a T-22 around to be wary of. Nothing's actually pretty good these days. Oh yeah, you probably wouldn't want to mess with British Badger, but we're not talking like Honey Badger levels of insanity. There's the T-22. Let's just keep hammering the Normandy. What's down there? That'll be the Königsberg. Right, I've also got the new mechs and the Fuso and the Koenig there. Nice Confederate medal already. I've been quite fortunate with my RNG in terms of... well, both how well the guns have behaved and also having broadside enemies to whack. There's the T-22. It's actually not going for me. He's trying to hit the Shanways. The Fuso shells. Yeah, this is turning out to be a pretty good game for these guns. They don't often behave this well. There have been various suggestions of trying to reintroduce wolves, but it's not been a popular one. Right, I can't... my instinct is to try and just finish this Normandy, but the new mechs... Yeah, our two new mechs are not maybe going so well, so... The new mechs, the Fuso and the Koenig are all priorities. I have to be careful of T-22 torps here, so I'm going to kill my speed a bit. No, he's still dropping on smoke screens, okay. Ignoring me for now. Right, in which case, let's get stuck into some battleships. That's slightly closer ranged. And not angling all that well. I have to be careful of my own angling, though. Right. Koenig's not firing at me, so it's safe to make this turn for now. Fuso might be firing at me. Actually, let's make an inward turn here. I'm slightly wary of giving broadside to the Fuso in particular. Come on, let's have some of that good RNG. There we go. The T-22 could definitely nail me. Let's turn that way. Man, I wish all my Bayern games were like this. Good grief. Right, T-22's still ignoring me. I'd be going for me in that T-22. There goes the new mechs. I'll presumably be targeted next. Oh, no, he is going for me. Okay. So in other words, don't get cocky. There he is. Right, time to turn away from the Koenig. Because otherwise he'll try and do things to me. I can at least alternate forward and rear turrets between the Koenig and the Fuso. The T-22 is not particularly trying to be stealthy right now. Oof! Oof! That was chunky. In fact, okay, let's just concentrate on the Koenig then. Man, these guns never behave this well. What's going on? I'm confused. Hey, Balancing Sumo. I'm having a weirdly good game in the Bayern. It's like it can happen, but it usually doesn't happen quite this well. Well, the matchmaking's certainly helping me. Plus, I've just realised I've got another 2 achievements from my achievements pile, which is exactly what I need at the moment. So that's nice. Let me guess. Flamu, not a fan. Although some people have been kind of... like, they've kind of said they like it. The majority of CCs were not exactly terribly complimentary about California, myself included. 150k in the Bayern. Good grief. Still don't get why it doesn't get the improved heal. Why it has such a long reload. Why it doesn't have the improved energy retention. Oh, we won. Oh well. It's got a lot of guns, but then so does Viribus Unitas at tier 5. Right, I could have had more out of that, but I can't complain too much. That was a really good game for the Bayern. More like that, please.